Over the last few months, Google has added a lot of features to their Google Home app, but those features can be buried deep within the settings. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at 3 hidden talents and or features that you could be using right now, so stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve from the YouTube channel Steve Does, and I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org. So Google has added a bunch of new talents and features to their Google Home app. But the problem is, if you're not looking for them, you're really not going to know about them unless you do your own research. But that is what we have done today. I have done the digging for you, and I have picked out 3 hidden talents and or features that I'm going to show you guys in today's video. But before we get started, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos like this one. With that said, let's get started. Okay, so the first hidden talent that we have for you today is scheduling future tasks. Now this is going to be the simplest because you really don't have to do anything in the settings. And what I mean by scheduling future tasks is that you may be familiar with setting current tasks or asking your Google Assistant to set a reminder to turn off the hose in 5 minutes, or setting a 30-minute timer to change over your laundry to your dryer. But you can actually schedule future tasks with your Google Assistant. And what I mean by that is, let's say you're going to be hopping in and out of a room over the next 30 minutes. What you can do is you can ask your Google Assistant to turn off the lights in 30 minutes. So it's not going to do it right then, but it's automatically going to do that task for you at that specific time. Another scenario that you can look at is turn on my coffee pot at 8 a.m. in the morning. So it'll do that in the future. Another idea is turn on my porch light for 1 hour. These are all future tasks that your Google Assistant can do. So no more needing to set reminders or timers. You can ask your assistant to do those tasks at a future date. Do you have a problem keeping things in order? Well, back in fall, Google added a new feature called Workday. Workday is essentially the master of all routines, and it breaks down an actual workday and reminds you to do things during that day, whether it be take a break, get up and walk around, get a drink of water, and even when your day is starting to come to an end, it's going to remind you to start wrapping things up so you can get out of work on time. Now, to access this feature, we're going to go ahead and load up the Google Home app. All right, so I've got mine loaded up right here, and we're going to take a look at routines in purple. So I'm going to go ahead and tap on routines, and we'll scroll all the way down to the bottom, and we see that we have Workday down here. So once Workday is loaded up, you can either enable the routines or not, but it's got some pre-loaded routines for you to help get you started. So for example, at 7:30 a.m., my Google Assistant is going to tell me the time, tell me about today's calendar, tell me today's reminders, and say the phrase below. Then let's say at 10 o'clock, it's going to tell me the time again, and it's going to remind me to get up and stretch. Then at 12 o'clock, we have lunchtime, and then at 2 o'clock, it's going to remind me about the time and encourage me to get up and walk around. At 3:30, it's going to say, why don't you go ahead and get up and get a drink of water. And then at 4:45, right before work is over, it's going to remind me that the day is coming to an end, so to wrap up anything that I need to do. Now, all of these are customizable within the Workday app and can help you really keep on track throughout your day, also helping remind you to just get up and walk around and not be stuck at your desk all day. All right, well, now that you have your day at work covered, what about after hours or when you're home with the family? Well, that is where Family Bell comes in. This is kind of similar to Workday, but this is going to run things during the daytime that is more designed for your family. So now that a lot of people are working from home and maybe even have kids doing school at home, this is going to be great at keeping you and your kids on a schedule, because this is not only going to help you with your tasks, but you can set different tasks throughout the day of different subjects that need to be done. Say if you have science for an hour, you can lock that in. Or if you want to do meetups outside for some activity, or even meeting up in the kitchen for lunchtime. And those are some great ways that you can use the Family Bell to keep you on a routine. Well, I hope these hidden talents and features helped you guys out with your Google Assistant. If you guys want to know more about these devices, check out the link below to reviews.org. If you guys want to see more from me, check out my YouTube channel, Steve Does, where I do a lot of cool tech reviews. If this video is helpful, give it a thumbs up and let me know that you liked it. As always, I want to thank you for joining me here at reviews.org, and I'll see you guys in the next video.